Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. Just giving you some free information, things that you guys can use, things that's going to better your relationship with your dog and yourself. So I want to discuss calming signals today. What calming signals are pretty much a dog's language. That's how dogs communicate with one another. That's how dogs communicate with us. It's just with us, we don't understand their language, so we miss a lot of the signs and a lot of communication that they're giving to us. So that's what I want to talk about right now. So calming signals. A dog shows calming signals through their body to let you know what's going on. So with that being said, a few calming signals are blinking. This is like the first stage. When a dog's blinking, a dog is yawning, a dog is lifting up his paw, a dog is shaking his fur, licking their lips is a big one. When a dog licks their lips, those are all like the initial phase of calming signals, like stage one. And when the dog is indicating those signs, he's pretty much saying, hey, I'm not really comfortable, especially when they're giving them back to back to back to back, one right after another. Licking their lips, lifting paw, shake, or licking their lips, paw, shake, looking away, blinking. All those, if you can put those together, you know your dog's in a state where he's not comfortable. Now, does that mean every time the dog blinks or every time the dog yawns, he's giving a calming signal? No, because obviously dogs need to blink and obviously dogs get tired, just like us. But when you chain them together, that's when the dog's indicating, hey, they're not comfortable. Now, these signs escalate. And when they do escalate, they can eventually get to a point where a dog can bite another dog, a dog can bite a person. But usually the dog is going to indicate those signs prior to actually biting. And it happens all the time because we as owners and dog lovers, we love our dogs, but we don't really understand our dogs. So us understanding them is going to prevent a lot of issues later down the road. You can prevent dog bites just by advocating for your dog when you know he's communicating with you or showing you those signs. You could de-escalate the situation. Stage two is going to start being like avoidance. The dog is going to move away. They don't want problems. They want to communicate, and they're going to display those communication skills, whether we like it or not. So when a dog goes to stage two and is closer to that aggressive state where he's going to bite someone or another dog, they usually they hide or tuck away behind your legs. They curl their body, the head at one end, the tail at the other, and their hips and their torso dipped in. So that's another one for stage two. And then avoidance, as I said before, arching the back, walking away. When a dog is just trying to avoid the issue, he's going to walk away. Dogs are going to try to avoid the issue before it escalates if they can. And then third stage, now it's getting a little bit more intense. That's when dogs start stiffening up. That's when they start staring. That's when they start like creeping really slow. And then finally the last stage, which is stage four, and I hope we never get to these stages, is when usually the dog will start showing teeth. The dog will start growling and then ultimately biting. Does that mean every dog is going to bite someone? No, absolutely not. Depending on the temperament and nurture, how the dog was raised. I believe all dogs are good dogs. When we don't communicate with them properly, that leads to problems, just like us as individuals. If we can't communicate with one another and we're saying that we're uncomfortable or we feel uncomfortable, but we can't communicate that, or the other people that we're communicating that to don't understand it, then it ultimately leads to issues. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go get my dog, I'm going to bring him down here, and he just recently had surgery, so I got to give him some eye medication. I'm going to give him that eye medication. But every time I give him that eye medication, he's very uncomfortable because he doesn't like receiving the medication. So he's going to show me all these signs. He's not going to show me the level 3 to level 4 because my dog will never bite me. But he's going to show me that he's uncomfortable. So look out, and I'll show you all the signs he's going to do. We'll break them down after. There you go. So when we did it, when I was going to give him the medication, or prior to giving him the medication, he displayed a lot of different calming signals. Some you didn't really get to see just because of camera angle, like the blinking, the yawning. I think you guys missed a few yawnings. But he also displayed some that you could see that I didn't mention before. Like the bow or the stretching. Dogs will do that. Disinterested sniffing, like just sniffing around. The scratching, yeah, that one's big. When you see dogs do it all the time, you think it's cute because your dog's just scratching and where they really don't have an itch, and you're like, oh my god, that's so cute. So that's another one. So those three are ones that I didn't mention that he did display. So I wanted to be sure that I let you guys know that. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.